process of hosting it on African journals online, AAO has started. And we believe this will be finalized before the next conference. And once we finalize this will not sleep until we see now this journal is hosted in international recognized databases like Elsevier and also Springer. Okay? So it is our 5-year vision to ensure that after 5 years, this journal will be hosted in Elsevier or Springer. Okay? Finally, sir, allow me to introduce to you the dynamic and smart working team who over the last few months have worked tirelessly in the organization of the conference. Yeah. So I think those who are here, you can just start.
You will take the photo.
Yeah, for the conference secretary, I think you can also come before to just come before. Yeah. Yeah, we have several, we are around 15, but some we are still getting to the exam task. Then I will just start in my far left, Mr. Awu, from the Department of Mechanical Engineering. He is our communications liaison. Yeah, then we have Mr. Ushiri from the Department of Mechatronic Engineering, who is a member of the Secretariat. Then we have Irene Feather from the Department of Mechanical Engineering, who is a member. Then we have Lillian Rafwa, who is the administrator of the school. He is a member. Then we have Ray Mandela, who is a member. He said he must present, she must present a paper today, all from Botswana. Then next to her is Mr. Gilbert Beta, who is from the Department of Mining and Materials Engineering. Then at the left, at the head is John Ngede from the Department of Mechanical Engineering, who is a member. Unfortunately, we lost our member toward the end of last year, who was Mr. Bernard. Our mighty God continue rest in our young soul in time of Israel. Yeah, then they have others who are still engaged in the this team has always worked under the support and guidance of the following: Professor Jkuat, who is the principal project; Professor George Nyakoe, who is the team summit; Dr. Iram Dirito, who is the chairman, mechanical department; then Dr. Abanas Machua, who is the chairman, biomechanical and environmental engineering department; then Ms. Lina Owino, who is the acting chairperson of the Department of Mechatronic Engineering; then Dr. Bernard Roth, who is the chairman, Department of Mining Materials and Petroleum Engineering; then Robert Lim, who is the associate chairman of Marine Engineering and Maritime Operations Department. Yeah, and that also we have an advisory board. So also the Secretariat has been working in consultation with the advisory board, which is drawn from local universities, professors from local universities and international universities, and I think from the book of our budget, you see the list of the advisory board. So finally, may I take this now, the last chance, to wish each and every one of us an enjoyable and productive conference. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, our convener, Dr. Mugangeli, for your remarks. Of course, that's a really digital team. No wonder they do that well. For your noting, of course, this secretariat has been flying quite high. It's a nice surprise to see Rehema there all the way from Botswana, taking time off her PhD studies. We also have Koi down there for our PhD. Evans is doing his PhD in South Africa, and many others. And others are being nurtured, of course, coming up along the way. So thank you very much, and of course, thanks to the university for the nurturing. Now, I wish to invite, of course, Mr. Mushiri, Mr. Engineer Mushiri, I don't know what else to ask, Engineer Mr. Mushiri, to make remarks, of course, on behalf of the Secretariat, over and above what the convener, of course, has introduced to us. I don't know whether he wants to delegate, or rather, to invite Samaranga, who is the father of this thing. Samaranga, karibu sana.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yes, as you catch your breath, I was just about to introduce someone for the secretariat. Your name was on the program. I wasn't seeing you. But if you have caught your breath, maybe straight away you want to talk about the secretariat? How far we've come? In a few minutes. He works like a young man. You'll be surprised how long he's worked. So, Mr. Mashidi, say something. I invite Professor Maranga.
Thank you so much, Wanekitani, our chief guest, our vice chancellor, TVC's president, principals, chairman of department, and heads of sections. Good morning. Yeah, mine will be very brief because everything has actually been said by our chair, but it is just on behalf of the members of the secretariat and also on behalf of also members of staff from Some. It's first of all to thank our chief guest for accepting the invitation at a short notice. Then also to thank the university management headed by our very able vice chancellor and the DVCs for the support they have given to this conference. We have actually come from quite far. I must mention that at our inception, Jkuat was actually part of sponsoring and ensuring that this conference becomes a success. They are now back, and we are truly grateful for that. Also to thank KMA for the support that they have given to us for this conference. And not only have they supported us as a platinum sponsor, but also their Director General will be giving us a talk, and we also have their members present today. Also, just to mention something, we talked about the growth of the conference. We're at the 6th series. We've grown from the Department of Mechanical all the way to the college. We are now currently, to school, we are now currently headed towards having a conference of engineering hosted by the college, but I think we'll be given more guidance on that by our principal. Now, I think I also want to mention something about the growth and the quality of the participation. Initially, when papers were submitted, we were always pleading and begging with participants to submit. We have gotten to the point where today we vet the submissions because we have such a large inflow of papers. So to us, it's quite significant that we've gotten to the point where we can now actually say we will only have so many papers. I think at the moment, it's only the university annual conference that can actually compete at, we actually now competing with the university conference, not as competitors as such, but basically supporting them. So we are truly grateful for that. I think what I'll do is just urge those who will also be submitting papers also now and in the future to ensure that you make sure that they are of high quality so that you do not feel left out when we turn the back. What we've also tried to do is to ensure that we have one paper per participant, not one participant, 5 papers, as it happens sometimes. That also tries to enhance the quality. There's a vetting process of the papers, and we are thankful that most of you have also accepted to incorporate the changes that the pool has been going through your papers have requested. Hereafter, we also give out an open invitation to all those who have presented the papers to submit them also for consideration in our journal. Just to inform you, there is a process. Not all papers are actually accepted in the journal. So once you confirm comply with the requirements, then your paper will also be published after the review process. I I think those are just a few things I just wanted to highlight about our conference in our journal. Again, just to thank all those who been invited and they've gladly come. We're really grateful that all our guests actually were much more on time than the program, so we are really, really grateful. We did not have to keep changing the program for that. Now, I think at this point, as for the history, I will allow Professor Maranga to just touch on that, because he's more able to do that. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. I made a mistake in the department. I was not sure when I got to the office. I have this. So, Vice Chancellor, Chief Guest, Vice Chancellor, PCs, the principal and the deans, of course, distinguished guests, and then my colleagues, of course, and the other ministers. My part is just to say a few things about this conference. This conference has come a long way. In the background, I started University Industry Cooperation projects in 1985. That's 30 years ago. And that was University of Nairobi. So the past 5 years, every year we used to have a seminar, a workshop, and also I used to have short courses for graduate engineers and engineers. So despite those ones here, the first time I got money from UNESCO, that was 1985, and all the things that you see today on this engineering education and the industry, we did them in 1985 to 1990. So when I came to Jkuat 1990, we were able to implement most of the things that came from the industry. I'll be mentioning one or two other things. So I'm talking about the value of these kind of seminars. Now, for the seminar you're having now, we used to have annual mechanical engineering seminars. Now, a seminar, it was, okay, they wanted me to call it a conference. But the reason why it was, I put that one here, is I wanted now, since we have not done a lot of research in JK 1985, we were using the knowledge our lecturers have gained in overseas universities. And really that's how it started. And then of course the problem was they wanted me to call it a conference. It took quite some time, because there was also another conference for the university now, which is annual scientific and industrialization conference, which started in 2004. But all the time I used to say there's a difference between those two, because you can see now, ours now is taking just engineering. And of course now the industry, which of course we are going to have the first lecture, will not be telling us, because I only have now to use engineering. Of course we have so many things from universities our industry can use. But this is now engineering. And so then, after now, we built the school, then of course now, this now graduated to a conference. Now, before I say that, why it was mechanical engineering seminar is because I was the dean of faculty of engineering, and each I had 4 departments. We had architecture, civil engineering, electrical and mechanical. So each one of these had their own forums to engage with industry and all these years. So as we stick on this conference this year, because I've got a lot of experience here. And therefore now, after it became a school, then it is now graduated to the conference we are seeing here. It means we are able to, even before it was an annual seminar, we still get people from outside the country. But see now people are saying, when they write in their, in their CVs, a seminar, it was becoming a bit of a problem. So that's now, whatever it is now, by calling it a conference, we are very okay. Now, I'm happy to see that we still have gone this international flavor in our presentations here. And for this particular one, I want to point out that we have got experts from Japan who are presenting papers here. And I'm hoping that now we are arriving at what I wanted to do when I was a dean. We wanted our industry to have confidence with our universities. And for us also, our lecturer to have confidence by solving problems of industry here. So I think without going to many details, I think the papers you must see their minutes, their professors, some of them, of course, I met them when I came and in here. So rather than going to the details here, Vice Chancellor, I'd like to say I'm happy that this thing has come this far. But still, the early conference is still there. But this one is engineering. The next time we shall have maybe a dean, have the one for materials, for the people of the so I think that now I can say something. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Mr. Moranga, because the big mentioned that he did say something. He's a walking library. It's like yeah, we move on. We are moving on nicely. Yes, now I would wish to, because as mentioned earlier, this conference is hosted by the School of Mechanical Manufacturing and Materials Engineering, which is one of the schools in Jkuat, the university. So of course you'll see a lot of presence of the university. We have a lot of support all the time from the university, right from the time we were babies, the seminar days, till now. And of course, I'm sure this is not coming from anytime soon. Now, at this point, we invite our host dean, that is the Dean of SOME, Professor Jkuat, sorry. Professor Jkuat will also, before he makes his remarks, he'll also probably take a few minutes to introduce to us who from the university is here, so that we know, because I know they are principals, they are heads of departments, and so on, so that people know how our home looks like. Professor Jkuat,
thank you very much, MC. Our chief guest, actually, beside is Chairman Liwa and Director of Engineering Institution Systems, the Vice Chancellor, Professor BBC RPE, Professor Esther, BBC Administration, Professor our principal, Professor Jkuat, Principal Kwete. We also have Principal Kopas, who is seated amongst the congregation. Our keynote speakers from Japan is Professor Tanaka, Professor Okada, and other guests who have come from Japan. We have quite a number of members from Jomo Kenyatta, deans who are here, chairman of departments. We also have Professor Tsunoda, who is the team leader, Africa AI Japan project. And all paper presenters, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning.
Morning.
So on behalf of the School of Mechanical Manufacturing and Materials Engineering, who have organized this colorful conference today, I wish to extend a hand of welcome to all of you to this year's Sustainable Research and Innovation Conference, which is this year being held here at the Kenya School of Management Studies. Previously, we have been holding it at ICAT within the Jkuat main campus. So feel free and feel very, very welcome to this conference. And for those guests from outside the country, we want to welcome you to Kenya in a very warm way. I want to thank and really appreciate our chief guest, David Isai, for really accepting to come and officiate at this opening ceremony on a very short notice. It was really a very short notice. We thank you very much, and we are very glad to have you with us. I also want to thank the Vice Chancellor for availing time. We know she's very busy. Together with her, the top management of the university, for availing time to be with us today. They are very busy schedules, and it's really a surprise that they can make it today with this conference. Let me mention that this is the first time we are holding the conference outside Remo, as I say. And we are grateful to this, the Kenya School of Management Studies for hosting us this year. And of course, this year marks the 6th conference. This is the 6th conference in a row, as we have already been told. It has come from far. It used to be seminars before, and this is the 6th continuous international conference that we are holding. We are glad that today we have representation from about 5 countries. That is Japan, Nigeria, Italy, Botswana, and of course, Kenya. We also have representation from industry, including Kenya Power, Kenya Industrial Research and Development Institute, and Kenya Maritime Authority. We have about 55, over 55 papers which are lined up from both academia and industry. We want to acknowledge in a special way and appreciate all our valued participants from industry as well as local and international universities for their continued support. Of course, as we know, the main focus of this annual SRI conferences is on research and knowledge generation relating to sustainability of resources. So, like previous SRI conferences, this year's conference is another opportunity for researchers and innovators to disseminate their findings in a wide range of topics, which will include sustainable research strategies, new and renewable energy solutions, emerging manufacturing trends, mineral exploitation and mining and processing strategies, and of course, technology transfer to industry, as said, among others. There are so many other topics and themes that we are lined up for this conference. So besides, participants will also have an opportunity to network and initiate partnerships which would foster collaborative research and innovation. We shall be having about 5 keynote speeches in diverse areas relevant to the conference theme of sustainable research and innovation. There will be several sessions of oral and poster presentations under different interesting themes. Later on, of course, later tomorrow, is organized a dinner where invited guests and participants will have an opportunity to relax and network. On Friday, we are going to have an excursion to the Moa Hills in Machakos County, which will also afford another opportunity for further network. As we have been told by the Secretariat, is that this year, a key highlight is that the conference proceedings can be viewed even as we are seated here online. Unlike in the past, when we used to upload those papers on the website much later after the conference. And of course, the papers are also available in memory flash disks, which have been distributed to the participating registered participants. We are also glad that this has already been mentioned by the Secretariat that the journal that was launched at last year's conference, which is the Journal of Sustainable Research and Engineering, is going quite strong, and we have lived up to our schedule of publishing 4 issues per year. So currently we have a call for the first issue of the second volume. So the first 4 volumes, sorry, the first 4 issues the first volume have already been released. So that is something that we have kept as intended. So all participants are encouraged to publish their high quality papers with us because we keep time. Now, lastly, I wish to sincerely thank our sponsors, starting with our Vice Chancellor, the Jomo Kenyatta University, was led by the Vice Chancellor, for giving us necessary financial support that has enabled us to stage this year's conference, and especially outside the university. We also have KMA, who have also given their support. Jkuat, of course, through the Africa AI Japan project, they have given us support, and we thank them very much. And I also want, at this moment, to recognize the effort of our very able secretariat, led by Dr. Mbenge, for working tirelessly to ensure that today's event, and for the conference in general, progresses smoothly. So at this point, I think, may I request them to stand up so that we can appreciate it. Maybe the conference, of course, you stood up. At this point, I want all of us to appreciate your very tireless effort. Okay, thank you very much. And once again, welcome all to the conference, and wish you a very enjoyable and fruitful event. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, our Dean, Professor Jkuat. Before I invite our principal of the College of Engineering to make his remarks, we have Wi-Fi in this place. So you could take your pen and paper. I want to give you the username and password for the Wi-Fi. Guest. So guest. So the username is guest1. Guest1. And the guest, the G, should be uppercase. So guest, G is uppercase, the rest is lowercase. And there is no space between T and 1. So guest 1.
Is one digit or
1, the Arabic 1. Guest, then 1 at the end. That's the username. The G must be uppercase. Then password. Guest 1, 2. Again, the G should be uppercase. The rest are lowercase. So guest 1, 2, 3. Of course, if you have any problem, once again, the guys in blue, the secretariat, feel free to seek assistance. So now, we're moving on. Well, Somet is only one of the schools and the College of Engineering and Technology. The other schools, but the overall boss is the principal. And we are glad he's here with us today, Professor Jkuat. So I would wish to very humbly request Professor Jkuat to step up here, make his remarks. Then he will invite for us our DVC administration, Professor Ngumi, who will make her remarks. Before she sits, she'll also we humbly request her to do some duty, invite for us DVC, Research Production and Extension, Professor Kahangi, who is here with us today. Once Professor Kahangi makes her remarks, very kindly, she will invite for us our beloved Vice Chancellor, none other than Professor Mabel Lebuga, to make her remarks and invite for us, very kindly, our chief guest, Dr. Desai, who will now go ahead to address us, and at the very end, of course, open for us officially this conference. So, Professor Jkuat.
The Director, Human Systems, Chief Guest, Vice Chancellor, Jkuat, Professor Mabel Lebuga, Deputy Vice Chancellor, in charge of Research, Production and Extension, Professor Esther Kahangi, Deputy Vice Chancellor, in charge of Administration, Professor Victoria Gumi, members of the University Management, Dean, School of Mechanical, Manufacturing and Materials Engineering is our host at this moment. Our distinguished guests, all participants, good morning. This time I want to welcome us all to this conference. I'm very delighted really to have this conference, this place, a new place, a new environment. And I just welcome all of us and thank you for coming and coming in time so that we can all begin together. Especially I was asked to maybe to introduce the members of the UNB who are with us here today. These I've mentioned, and the Vice Chancellor, the Deputy Vice Chancellors. We also have the Principal, College of Applied Science, that is Corpus, Professor David Mulati. We also have the Director of Jkuat. Maybe you can just raise your hand. Yeah, okay, thank you very much. I don't know whether you have another. You have the Dean of Students. Here. Welcome very much. And the other members of UMB. But I also want to recognize the presence of the Director of Pan-African University Institute. I think I saw him, Dr. Magoma. Welcome. Yeah, okay. I am a bit I'm wrong-sighted. I think it's only that you're hiding. But yeah, you're all welcome. I guess I'm very happy for this. I just want to mention the importance of the conference, actually. Really, it's a forum to disseminate the information, what you have come to learn over the years. Now we are talking about the year, but over the years, a long time. If you do research and then you don't really give information for implementation of your findings, then it is useless. You better just attribute something else. So this is a good forum for dissemination of information, and we encourage us to participate fully, right from now all the way up to tomorrow evening, and then also we continue also with the discussion the following day. What I note here is that we have the governor of he's also the leader of the linking industry with academia. That's our chief guest, and this is very relevant for us today. We want to link with the industry. We want to link to solve problems, real problems in the industry. And we have industry here with us, but I would also encourage that we also put efforts to get more, so that we have more industries participating in the conference. I know we have quite a lot, but most of them are government corporates. We want also private industries in here. I recognize that we have Kenya Maritime Authority here, Kenya Power and Lighting, and plus other companies already represented here, but we would like to see more participation in the future. Yeah, so we strive to bring private players because they are the ones who will be the consumers of the findings of research in this place. About the growth, Professor Maranga has really talked a lot and talked about the history of this conference. Started as a seminar, and I remember I attended the first seminar way back in 1996 in Jkuat. There were 25 presenters. Mr. Mutebu is here and he presented in that seminar. I remember very well. I think this is our time, so I remember even the topics. Actually, it grew. It grew and then had a slight slumber, then woke up again and continued. But as Professor mentioned, these seminars were meant also for School of Art, the Department of Architecture there. I am happy to see the Dean, School of Architecture, Building Services. And I don't know whether you're having one. There was one for electrical. I know that electrical also has KSTOE conferences in August. It's also for civil engineering. And they requested, we look forward to seeing the growth for the engineering, College of Engineering, to have one consolidated conference that is strong and really moving. We look forward for the growth. I think the SRI conference has really grown and has shown the direction. We can really get together and then have one bigger engineering conference in the future. I shall really support that. We ask the university to support this move, because that is when it shall be felt in the industry. That is when the industry will have confidence, even as Professor Maranga has said. It has also been mentioned about the Journal of Sustainable Research Engineering, which was launched last year by our Vice Chancellor, together with the UN official, that is Boateng, last year. It has continued to grow, and it is still encouraging. Actually, it's providing also another avenue for disseminating information. It is available online, and we also have hard copies. So this is being read everywhere, and we also have contributors from all over the world. So it's a really international journal, and it's reviewed, live review. So it's very high. We ensure very high standards. We have reviewers from all over the world. So have confidence in publishing your work in this journal. Now I also want to invite us on Friday, especially our guests from Japan and from other countries, and also even from within Kenya who are not from within Jkuat. You can visit the beautiful campus of Jkuat, and also you can take an excursion, as we have been told, you will be going to Machakos County, which is neighboring Nairobi. That is on Friday. Please interact, make friends, get to know the people of Kenya. We are very friendly people, very peaceful. Even if the media talks much about no peace, and I know there are some people who fear a bit because of the threats, the terror threats. Yes, they are there, yes, but we are peaceful, you can see. There's no terror. When you go back, it's peace, preach that there's peace in Kenya. And we are going to continue to have peace in Kenya. So, thank you very much. Let's have friends. Now, I don't want to say it without recognizing my friends from Japan. Please allow me. Yes, I would like to request Professor Tanaka Hisataka to stand up, please. Yeah, I am going to I met Professor Tanaka over 20 years ago. We are celebrating 20th anniversary. Actually, the first anniversary, Professor Tanaka visited Jkuat, and he was my he taught me, induced me into research. Together, we worked together with Professor Maranga, Professor Tanaka, and then in Toto University, he was my supervisor for both master's and PhD. He did it, and I'm happy he's the vice president of the Toto University for the moment. Then also, I would also want to recognize Professor Akira Okada. He's in Okayama University professor. He's a specialist in non-traditional machining. And when I went to Japan for the first time, I landed in Okayama to learn a few words. Ohayo gozaimasu, konnichiwa, otsukare-sama deshita, and so on. Those ones I learned in class. But after class, every afternoon, we needed to learn the technical terms. He's a mechanical engineer, so I was sent to his lab. He's the one who taught me the technical Japanese. So yeah, I'm greatly indebted to him, and I'm happy to have him around. Then you have Professor Akao. Professor Akao is from Toto University. He's the one hosting one of our staff members, that's Mr. Mutua, in his laboratory. So he's also continuing to mentor our students. Then we have Assistant Professor Tamura. Yeah. He will be giving a presentation, and they also gave seminar. The three, Professor Okada, Akao, and Tamura gave a seminar to our students and staff at Jkuat on Monday. Even having traveled all the way on Friday, they gave a seminar on Monday, the whole day. So we are very grateful to them. Please appreciate, we appreciate you very much. So thank you very much. I want now to take this moment to invite Professor Victoria Gumi to give her remarks, and I will stand here again. So as we were told, she will invite the DVCRP and so on. Thank you very much.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you, Professor Jkuat. Now, mine is really to say how impressed I am. Ever since I took up the position of DVC a year ago, this is actually the only college that has been inviting me for conferences. And so I really want to recognize the fact that the college, Jkuat, in my view, has been doing very well. Every year, last year I attended another one where we launched the journal, and again I could see from the topics, it was very impressive. And that is congratulations to all of you, led by Professor Jkuat. I want to recognize the teamwork that I have seen. Last year I could see a very well organized conference, and even today I can actually see a very well organized conference. Professor Jkuat has been with us, but the secretariat has been busy, and everything has gone so well, including time management. And that's congratulations to you again. I've been very impressed by what I heard Professor Maranga say. I must say he's a visionary. Right from the 80s, he had a vision that I must start something where people will be disseminating information. And he held it, as he has said, as a seminar process in the faculty. It continued being a seminar until it was ready to be a conference. So it grew from being a seminar right up to a conference, and now it's an international conference because the principal has been whispering to us there that there are several countries which are represented here. We've also been told that even technology, because you know in Kenya today, the leadership is high-tech, we are digital, so we also have to be digital. He has shown us a pen, and at the end of the pen, there is actually a flash disk with the proceedings of this conference. The book has the abstracts, and after all this, you're going to actually have a journal. To me, that is in keeping with all of us being digital. Professor Jkuat, well done. Now, there is a challenge to, before I talk about the challenge, the principal is also visionary. We can see he's now thinking about the future. He's saying, I want to see industry here. That is a challenge to you members of Jkuat, to bring the industry here as you grow as a college. Now, for the other colleges in the university, I think you have a challenge now. You can see where Jkuat has gone. We have several colleges. We want to be attending several conferences, which should be international. And I think I will stop there and wish you a very, very good conference. And for our visitors, in Kenya we say karibuni sana. Please enjoy Kenya. See as much as you can. As the principal has said, it is a very peaceful country. Karibuni sana, and I wish you the best of luck. I now wish to invite my colleague, Professor Kahangi, DVCRPE, to give her remarks.
Chairman Liwa and Director of Engineering Centurion System Limited, the Vice Chancellor, Professor Mego Buga, the Deputy Vice Chancellor here present who had just addressed you, Professor Vike Gomi, the Principal, College of Engineering, our guests from Japan, you are most welcome, led by Professor Hisataka Tanaka, the Dean Some, Professor Nyakoi, the Secretariat, who has put up or organized this conference in a very beautiful way. Good morning.
Good morning.
Mine is a great pleasure to be here. As you know, I'm quite passionate about research and innovation. I have looked at your topics that you are going to discuss today and tomorrow. And I must say that they are very well thought out because they are ranging from renewable energies, which we need very much as a country, because you know, not everybody who can get to the national grid anytime soon. Renewable energy is also very important for powering our systems because the national grid energy is very expensive. All these topics, including telecommunication and information systems, mining and mineral processing, strength of materials, application of GIS, is extremely important. Manufacturing skills and safety, very well thought out topics. And I believe with your brilliant minds, you are going to generate very important knowledge that you have generated from your researches in these 2 days. I must say that I want really to highly recommend that what you are going to generate does not end up with dissemination of information, but you take the next step of putting that in knowledge into use. I know your dean told you that if you don't document what you have generated from your research, if you don't document your innovation, it is actually as you had not done it. Because who will know that you did it? Who will know what you found out? That is the importance of a conference like this. And I take it a step further, that if you don't put it into use, it will soon be forgotten. Because you will document it, it will be read, the next year something else comes up, nobody will ever know you did it. Learn from our friends from Japan, the way their country, the reason why their country is developed and all the other developed countries is because they have put innovation into use. Engineers, you know that I'm usually very rough with you because I say we are not developed because engineers have not done their work. And the reason is this: there is nothing you can do without engineering. Think of a tailor. They have to use a sewing machine, which is engineering. Tell me what is not engineering. It's everything. Engineering is what we use in everyday life. So if you are not active as engineers to generate technologies that will make our life easy, that will move things to being done in a better way, then we remain the same. When you think of industry, please don't think only of the big industries. There are the small and medium enterprises which are struggling for good technologies. And as we are told, there are major generator of employment. We have those who are doing processing. They have no equipment, even things like juicers and things to produce pulp from fruits. I know our engineers have developed such technologies. So concentrate there, even if you are not welcomed by the big industries, which I usually call it. And if you start there, then eventually those industries, small and medium enterprises will grow because you are putting innovations and you are putting innovation into use there. Recently, I attended a seminar by World Bank that was giving the status of our economy. And one thing that they said is that manufacturing in this country is lagging behind. Actually, we are beaten even by Tanzania. Manufacturing is generating only 12% of our GDP. Why? Because engineers, you have to push that. If they don't have your knowledge, they are going to do business as usual. And I was very surprised. They brought all kinds of reasons why manufacturing is not taking off. But I said, it's because there are no innovations being put in those industries so that they can do things differently. So, as you discuss and as you present your knowledge, I want each of you to know you are very important. The knowledge that you are going to present is very important. And it is only you as an engineer, who can bring your innovation forward and put it into use. You are the one who has to have that passion. Don't say that it is the Vice Chancellor who is not funding you. Don't say it is anybody. It is you who have to have that passion, that you have good innovations that can bring change. And I tell you, when the conviction starts with you, it is then also very easy to convince others that you have a good innovation that can be put in use. And so we look forward from this conference, not only having the proceedings, which I hear there is a flash list. When Sabomi mentioned, Engineer Nakoy was very busy showing me the pen and where the flash disk is. Congratulations for being digital. But as you give us those proceedings, all that step further, telling us how can we put it into use. For those who are from Jkuat, you know the university, as able guidance of Professor Mego, we have an innovation fund, which we fund the good research outputs in order to prepare them or to bring them closer to the market. So if you are convinced you have an innovation that we can pilot, please bring it to RFP, put up a proposal, and we'll be willing to fund you further so that you can put that innovation into use. And so I want to wish you the very best in these 2 days. Have a very good conference, network, know one another, have a very good dinner, and our Japanese guests, enjoy yourself in the country. And as people have told you, walk with your heads high. Nobody will throw a grenade. You are very safe.